we're funny human creatures, that we like habits. We might not believe that, but we really do. Our brain likes to make associations and patterns that develop habits so that it doesn't have to expend as much energy on repeated actions. Think about how much effort it might have taken to tie your shoes this morning or brush your teeth. Probably not, because you've done it so much for so long that it is just second nature. Your brain doesn't have to think a lot about it. And so developing a habit of prayer is much the same thing. That to set a particular time of day, and we'll start to know the more we pay attention to it, what is a better time of day for me than another time? Meaning that when I can pray, but then also when I'm attentive. It might seem like a fine idea to try to pray right before going to bed, or maybe in bed with the covers tucked up to your chin, and then all of a sudden we're asleep. Maybe not. That might not be our best time. But drawing on something I had said Tuesday, that we have to pray as we can, not as we can't. So what is a time of day that I could do something consistently? That's ideal. Perhaps it's in the morning. If you need to have a cup of coffee with it, fine. If you need to be sitting, kneeling, standing, whatever helps dispose you to that attitude of prayer. Part of the composition of place is helpful as well. Our setting, our environment. It's a bit more difficult to pray on a street corner than it might be in a church. Why? Because the environment around us is conducive to prayer. So in your home, if that's where you're going to set about praying, set aside a place for it. Get a chair that is comfortable enough, but perhaps not a lazy boy. Maybe if you can stay awake. Set up maybe an altar with a crucifix or an icon or an image of Our Lady. Put a candle or two by it and light the candles when you pray to kind of, again, set the mood and do it regularly. Routine is our friend. Routine isn't the point. It's a means to the end, but it's a very helpful means. We should use the means at our disposal. And so setting the place, the time of day, it might take a week, or usually here's what happens. We get very convicted that, yes, I'm going to do this. We do it for a week, and then we think, all right, I got a week, I can take a day break. Then we take 2 days, and then 3 days. Then all of a sudden, oops. So, again, pray as you can, not as you can't. If it's 7 minutes, that's a great 7 minutes, if that's what you've got.